Thanks for watching my cover of Stay Away. This tone I kind of accidentally stumbled upon. I was trying to dial in a different, more requested Nevermind tone, but I found myself getting close to Stay Away's tone, so I ran with it and decided to see as close as I could get. Just like in my previous Nevermind studio tone videos, there's a little bit of studio magic going on in my audio software, and I will go over that in detail. Here's the gear I used. My Fender Competition Mustang. This is not a vintage 1969 Comp Stang. This was my wife's wedding present to me. The seller was extremely vague, and the only info there was with the pictures of the guitar was Fender Competition Mustang Cobain Mod. When I got the guitar, it had Seymour Duncan hot rails in it, and the paint and stripe looked like they weren't original. I searched the serial number and was actually amazed to find that it's a 1993 Mustang that was made in the Fujigen factory. That's the same year and same factory of Kurt's Jag-Stangs and Stang. So this is a 1993 Fujigen Mustang that was repainted and refinished to look like Kurt's Comp Stang. The hot rails are one of my favorite pickups, but when Kurt recorded Nevermind, his Competition Mustang still had the stock single coil bridge pickup. This was verified by Ernie Bailey in the info that was a part of the Julian's auction for Kurt's Comp Stang. He said that the hot rails and two-pneumatic bridge were both put in 1992. To get closer to how Kurt's Mustang sounded when recording Nevermind, I took out my hot rails and put in a stock Mustang bridge single coil pickup. It's been fun, as it does now sound closer to Nevermind, but when I'm done with recreating the album tones, I won't be able to put the hot rails back in fast enough. I greatly prefer them to the single coil. I used my 1992 Boss DS1. It is well known that Kurt heavily used his DS1 on Nevermind. These are my settings. Those are both going into my Fender Tone Master Twin Reverb. These are my amp settings. You may have noticed that my music room looks a little different in this video. This is my first video with my new Licato wall hanger. I've dreamt about having a high quality wall hanger that can hold multiple guitars like this for years. I am so happy with it. It has completely elevated my entire music space. If you need a sturdy and great looking wall hanger, you can find it in my Amazon storefront. My storefront will be linked here and in the video description. So I felt like I got pretty close to the album tone with just the guitar, pedal, and amp, but it wasn't 100% there. So I thickened it up a little bit in my audio software, Pro Tools. Here are my two guitar tracks. I double tracked the guitar just like it is on the album. The take you visually saw was the first take that is in the left channel. I've got a channel strip EQ plugin on those that's subtly cleaning it up, cutting some of the harsh frequencies and adding some more low end. On the studio recording, I swear I can hear some sort of super clipped or crazy distorted guitar signal under the regular sounding guitar. This is what I did to try to replicate that. I have my two guitar tracks routed to a separate aux track called Guitar Distortion. I have the sends to that on pre-fader mode, so the volume of this aux track isn't affected by the volume of the original tracks, and I can mix it to taste. On this distorted track, I have the Soundtoys Devil Lock plugin, which is basically a super aggressive compressor that is meant more so for drums, but I used it here to add some crazy clipping to the track. After that, I have a channel strip EQ plugin that is cutting out almost all the high end and pumping the low end, as I only want to crazy distort the lowest frequencies in the track. And finally, after that is the one knob fader, just to thicken it up even more. This is mixed pretty low, but it does add a lot to the guitar track. I feel like it was the push that got it to sound pretty close to the studio recording. Here are my guitars with and without this distorted track so you can hear the difference. Which studio tone should I try to recreate next? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at Nirvana Guitars, and subscribe and check out my other Nirvana gear videos right here on YouTube.